So we're going to see some news for the day in order to see how the markets will. According to CNBC, it seems that the stocks that are making the biggest moves are AstraZeneca, Disney, Pfizer, Amazon, and a few more that we're going to see. As regards AstraZeneca, is trying to run a new global trial of its COVID-19 vaccine candidate. According to Bloom, the drug maker may launch a fresh study test of the vaccine at lower dosage, rather than adding a test of lower dosage to an ongoing USA trial. So that caused the shares to fall 1.6 in pre-market trading as of 7:36 a.m. ET. BBVA and rival Spanish bank Banco de Sabadell have ended merger talks after the two sides could not come to an agreement on terms of deal. BBVA was in the news earlier this month when it sold its US operations to PNC Financial for $11.6 billion. Walt Disney increased the numbers of planned layoffs to 32,000 from the 28,000 it had announced in September. The company's Disneyland theme park in California remains closed due to the pandemic, and its other theme parks have reopened but with capacity limits in place. Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine candidate could receive Canadian approval in December, according to a senior official for the country's drug regulation Health Canada. The agency had previously said approval was likely to come during the first quarter of 2021. Amazon will spend more than $500 million on holiday bonuses for employees who work during the holiday season. Full-time workers employed for the month of December will receive 300, while part-time workers will get 150. Amazon shares were slightly higher in pre-market, trading as of 7:36 a.m. ET. Biogen, the drug makers, announced a collaboration to join develop and commercialize two experimental stage treatments, one that treats a variety of psychiatric disorders and another designed to deal with neurological disorders. Apple's supplier Foxconn will move some iPad and MacBook assembly operation to Vietnam from China, according to Reuters report. Foxconn is said to be doing so at Apple's request, in hopes of minimizing the impact of trade disputes between the US and China. And Tesla. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration is investigating possible front suspension safety issues involving certain Tesla Model S and Model X cars, and that probe involves about 115,000 vehicles. Baidu, attempt to sell a stake in video streaming service iQ, have come to a halt, according to Reuters, with potential buyers Alibaba and Tencent Holdings said to be balking at Baidu's price, as well as regulatory concerns surrounding any deal. Alibaba and Tencent are said to have each held separate talks with Baidu and iQ. Facebook could launch its planned Libra cryptocurrency in limited form in January, according to a report in the Financial Times. Slack, the workplace messaging platform company, remains on watch today, after jumping Wednesday on reports that it was in advanced talks to be acquired by Salesforce. The shares fell about 3% in pre-market. Tiffany, the luxury detail, has called a December 30 special shareholder meeting for a vote on its revised deal to be bought by France's LVMH. They agreed to the amended deal in late October, which reduced the takeover price to $131.50 per share from the original $135. Mesa Air billion investor Ron Burkle has now owned a 7.8 in the parent of regional airline Mesa Airlines, according to Securities and Exchange Commission filing. That were some news as regards individual stocks. Now as regards Dow Jones, futures dropped 150 points. We're going to see right now they drop about 162 points on the pre-market, as Wall Street looks set to shed gains from historic November. Stock futures fell early Monday as investors looked set to cash in some of the historical strong gains logged in November. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average implied an opening loss of about 150 points. Meanwhile, S&P futures and Nasdaq 100 futures traded lower. Futures took a leg down after Reuters reports that the Trump administration is weighing blacklisting Chinese leading chip maker SMIC, as well as national offshore oil and gas producer CNOOC. The move would limit their access to America and its investors and escalate tensions with China before President-elect Joe Biden takes over. Despite the overnight weakness, major equity averages are poised to wrap up a strong month. The blue chip Dow has risen 12.9 so far this month, on pace for its best monthly performance since January 1987, as promising vaccine developments boosted confidence of a smooth economic reopening. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq have climbed 11.3 and 11.9 respectively in November, both on track to post their biggest monthly average since April. So we see actually down 163 points for minus 0.55% for Nasdaq, and as regards S&P 500, it currently is down 14.25 points for a total 14.5 now for a total of 0.4% down. You can see the S&P 500 map for its one-day performance. It doesn't look too bad, especially for some of the larger companies out there. And now as regards cryptos, they had a drop down the weekend. Now with them picking up a little bit again. Bitcoin currently at 18,502, Ethereum 577, XRP currently at 0.607. You can see all the coins here. Most of them are on the green, at least for the last few hours. We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to come back a little bit later to see how our portfolio will open for the day. Its move right now it's kinda good because of some of the European and Asian stocks that we have that are moving, and also crypto. You can see our portfolio once again here, companies that we have and the crypto that we hold. We hold a lot of Bitcoin actually for our portfolio, also some Ethereum that's doing really well for us, and a small position I think of ADA. Yes, that's it. So that's it. Again, that's our crypto watch list. We hope we are going to have a decent day to end the month in a good profit, and see you later.